Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. I've still got no idea how that game ended, the way that it ended, but I'll tell you one thing, don't vote 10 just for Alisson just yet, because I'm going to save the best till last, and we are opening up the poll for Trent Alexander-Arnold first, because Alisson Becker needs to be the last vote. He absolutely deserves to be the last vote, so let me know your thoughts on Trent Alexander-Arnold first of all. If you want to get involved in this one, my voice is so hoarse. Type in exclamation mark vote, put a space in, then your number out of 10, then press that enter key and you will get your vote tallied. So it's for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who, by the way, was sensational as well. I feel a bit sorry actually for Thiago, who won man of the match and then lost it in the last minute. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, I want to speed through these players now because I want to talk about Alisson, I want to talk about that goal. And I can kind of talk about that goal because what a ball in from the corner from Trent Alexander-Arnold anyway. So he gets his assist there, created like 5 chances on the day as well. He was up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down all day long, wasn't he? And he just wants to play in the Champions League. He wants to fire Liverpool into the top 4, and that's what we're seeing game after game after game after that England stuff. He's just getting better and better and better. And if there's one lad who wasn't wearing the captain's armband but deserved the captain's armband today and played like he had the captain's armband on, then it was Trent. The lad, he's the scouser in our team. We love him dearly, but my word, this is why we love him, because he can drive a team forwards, because he continues to go, keeps fighting, can't defend. Yeah, ask the striker there whose shot he blocked after chasing him down. He was absolutely sensational on the night and deserves a high mark. So we're going to call an end to the voting. And he gets a 9 out of 10 there for Trent Alexander-Arnold, which is exactly what I had down there. We'll open up the poll next for Nathaniel Phillips, who once again has proved that he deserves his place at the back and playing centre-half next to Reece Williams and playing in that Liverpool shirt. And again, he just sort of ate headers up for breakfast. He was just loving it. He's got his mouth bleeding early on in the game, which you kind of forget, but then it came back to me just then. He had a bit of a tough time, actually, didn't he? I don't think they were perfect tonight. I think Nat Phillips was certainly good still, and very good actually, and deserves a high mark, of course. Knock in the context of everything, importance, time and score, etc. That Alisson goal is easily our goal of the season. We will talk about that. Thank you so much for the super chat on that one. Listen, Trent Alexander-Arnold has been involved in 2 massive goals that are going to go down in folklore, aren't they? First of all, the corner taken quickly one, and then this one for Alisson Becker. Oh my God, I just can't believe it. Like, It's the first time a Liverpool goalkeeper playing in goal has ever scored a goal in our entire history, and he's gone and done it. Anyway, we'll end the vote there. Nat Phillips gets a 9 out of 10 as well. So we'll open up the poll next for Reece Williams, who I thought had a tougher game, certainly than against Manchester United. And you expected, don't you, going up against West Brom compared to Man United with Cavani and your Rashfords and all them. He did have a tougher game, though, than he did against Manchester United. And there was a couple of times where he was caught off guard, and how Robertson gave him a bit of a tough afternoon and stuff, but again, like I was saying the other day, I mean, if he can get through games and Liverpool are winning and he's playing a 7 or an 8 out of 10, then fair play. That's exactly what he needed to do. And I do think Robbo's helping him, and I do think Nat Phillips helping him, and Fabinho and everybody else. And they're making sure that he just does enough to be able to get through these games, and hopefully Liverpool to get top 4. But yeah, a bit of a tougher game for Reece Williams, but again, he'll come out of it all the better for the experience. So we'll end the vote there, and I can see he's actually been given a 9 out of 10 as well. We'll move on next to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson, first half, very much sat back, sort of inside, helping out Reece Williams and all that. Second half, when it's 1-1 and the game's on the line and we're just throwing bodies forwards, Robbo just lived down here, didn't he? He had that one, didn't he, where he gets in behind and plays that ball across. It was a great cross as well. And then the defender just sort of, I thought he was going to score an own goal, but doesn't. It goes wide. He had that other one where he took a first-time ball, a brilliant first-time ball, tried to play it into Salah in the first half. Robertson was good today, and you know, it was nice to see him sort of unleashed a little bit and able to try and get forward, but we needed him to as well. West Brom, were proving really tough to break down, and Robertson was needed. But yeah, I mean, look, this game won't be remembered for anything other than the game when Alisson Becker scored a goal. But Robbo played well in this one, so we'll end the vote there. And he gets a 9 as well, okay. A little bit high for me, but anyway, I can see everybody's just feeling the love after Alisson keeps our top 4 hopes alive. So we're going to open up the poll next then for Fabinho in the centre of the park. And again, much like Robertson, you know, first half he's sitting back, he's doing things. He actually didn't win that many tackles today in ground duels and all that type of stuff. In fact, I think he might have even struggled in that situation. But then second half, he was getting forward. You'd see him on the edge of the box there, firing shots off and stuff like that, trying to play those little 1-2s with people. And it was a very different sort of Fabinho performance. Massive welcome as well to Melody Majinga, who's just joined as a first team member. Thank you so much. You can spam the emojis and everything else. Thank you so much for becoming a member. So back onto Fabinho, then we'll end the vote there, and Fabinho gets an 8 out of 10. We'll open up the poll next for Sky's man of the match, but maybe not ours. Thiago, who was just sensational, wasn't he, tonight? And he looked the part, the socks were a little bit down, his t-shirt, he just looked the part, and then he played the part. And this is the type of games that he was bought for, when teams sit back and he's able to creep forwards and sort of pick his passes and look to bring people into play and stuff like that. And that's what we saw from Thiago, and he did it very, very well. Some really insightful passing, some great work on winning the ball back again. He's understanding that pressure, he's winning the ball back for Liverpool, he's trying to move the ball quickly, he's got a couple of shots off and everything else. He was involved in almost everything that Liverpool did well. If Liverpool can continue next season to get better with him in the middle of the park, and you know, we know about how often Liverpool have won with Fabinho and Thiago in the side as well. The lad was sensational, absolutely sensational, and I am so shocked to see that he's only... so shocked to see that he's only got an 8 there. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on going until he gets a 10 out of 10. If you voted already and you don't think your vote's been tallied, then just get in there for the vote 10 for Thiago, because that lad deserved a 10 out of 10 today. And I really don't want to have to veto this. I'm vetoing it. He gets a 10 out of 10. Chris Pajak, veto, 10 out of 10. Thank you, everybody. So we'll open up the poll next then for Kurt Jones. Now, 59 minutes he played, and I thought he was all right. I thought it was a solid performance by Kurt. And he obviously comes in, and it's been difficult. He's had that injury, he's come back into the side. He was drifting around everywhere, wasn't he? He was getting involved in everything, and at times we sort of saw it, and maybe it was a little bit more. He was just a further player forward, and we had the two midfielders, and he was looking to bring players in, but not really striking that match, as it were. And you know, for me, yeah, I think about an 8 out of 10 is about right there, guys, that you've got. Just had a super chat coming in as well. Thank you so much 2. Dun, dun, dun. Johnny Drama, pole broken. It didn't seem to... so I was in my ear going, look, they've definitely given him a 10 out of 10 there, but we didn't seem to be able to register that one, so it's a 10 out of 10. I had to veto it anyway. We'll move the votes on next then for Mohamed Salah. What an incredible goal. The way he just takes it so quickly, and it's instinctive, and it's got everything that he needed, and the keeper, Johnson, had absolutely no chance of saving it, and it's obviously a Mane assist for him and stuff like that, with winning the ball back high up the pitch on the edge of the area, gets his foot in, gets it across to Salah, and Salah just bang, straight in, no messing around. He's level with Harry Kane once again, vying for that golden boot, and there's a lad who's trying to fire us into the top 4. And I can see that the votes are coming in for like 7s and stuff like that, but so many people are voting 9s and 10s. Are you getting this right? Is it exclamation mark, vote, space, and then a number out of 10? I can see one there from somebody, this Hannah Sarara, that didn't put the space in. That won't be registered. I can see Thomas Nat didn't put the space in for the 9 out of 10. I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10 for Mo, because that's all I'm seeing, 9s and 10s, 9s and 10s. Sagio Manny, we'll open up the poll next for Sagio Manny. There was a little bit of a different afternoon for Sadio again, wasn't it? Obviously comes into this one. All the talk after Manchester United is about Sadio Manny. And he comes in and he misses a really good opportunity, actually, where we've worked the ball really well from the goalkeeper all the way up into the centre forward. And Mane comes across his man, edge of the 6-yard box, fires that ball wide, just doesn't get it on target. He has that other one where he cuts inside, tries to bend it. The West Brom defender heads that one wide and stuff like that. And again, you know, lots of 7s, lots of 6s, lots of 8s, a couple of 9s coming in there now as well. It wasn't his best performance, but he took on a man later on and he tried and he kept going and he kept fighting and persevering to try and get Liverpool something. But I do think it was a little bit of a difficult one. Johnny Griffith says, voice won't be back for a week, not celebrated like that for a while. $4.99 super chat, thank you so much, Johnny. I'm exactly the same, mate. I can't remember I've ever been this hyped watching a Liverpool game this season where it's been on the television and stuff, no fans. But my word, all I needed was an Alisson goal. So it looks like 8 out of 10 has won out for Sadio Manny. Last player of the starting 11 to do then before we do get into Alisson Becker. And it's Bobby Firmino first and foremost. If you want to vote, type in exclamation mark vote, put a space in, then put the number in, then press the enter key. And let's hope, fingers crossed, the Bottissimo, the bad Tory, tallies all of these votes up. So, come on then. Bobby Firmino, he played well. He was dropping deep at times, wasn't he? Looking to try and help out the midfield. Certainly when we were trying to build from the back, the midfielders were dropping in, the centre-backs were splitting out wide, and Firmino was going into the centre of the park, trying to build stuff up. And it was an okay performance from him, wasn't it? I don't think it was nailed on like 9, 10 out of 10. Obviously, hits the post. It was a really good opportunity there. Tries to just get it into that top bin, doesn't quite make it into that top bin, hits the post, really unlucky. And I can see that Bobby's got an 8 out of 10. That's enough talking about the players that don't matter. There's one player that does matter though. Before I do that, I'll give Shaqiri a 7 and I'll give Wijnaldum a 7 because, yeah, why not? But the man, the legend, the goalkeeper to score for Liverpool first while actually playing in goal in the first time in our entire history is Alisson Becker. The poll is now open. If anybody votes for anything other than the 10, you're wrong. Alex Nelson, £5 super chat, thank you so much. Alisson is a better Brazilian striker than Pele. No truer words have ever been typed into one of our YouTube chats ever. We got another one, Jordan Red, Alisson Becker, 100, no less than that. Big man, Nat Phillips. Nah, big man, Alisson Becker is where it's at. That's absolutely spot on. I think people were too quick to judge Thiago. It's a good point, Joshua drinks water. Absolutely spot on. Just 10s. In fact, oh no, 9 people have voted for 9 and 3 people have voted for 8. Are you absolutely on crack? There's no way in hell that in a million years Alisson Becker deserves less than that figure there. 10 with 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 zeros. That's the mark that Alisson Becker is getting tonight from me. That's the mark that he's getting from you. It's a big fat 10. The lad, I mean, let's be honest, right? He runs up, John Achterberg gives him the call, and he's half going anyway, and he gets up there, and then he just goes, fuck off, straight in. And you're like, are you for real, lad? There's no way in hell you've ever done that in your entire life. No goalkeeper's done it for Liverpool. That's the first time in Premier League history, by the way, that a goalkeeper has scored a fucking winner in a game, because normally goalkeepers come up when you're losing, not when you need to win the game. That's what Alisson Becker did. He's broken not only Liverpool history, but Premier League history as well. My word, it's fucking ridiculous. And then to see him speak after the game with how much of a tough time he's had of it, with his dad dying and not being able to get home and all that type of stuff, and then the birth of his child, and probably the same happening actually where his family can't come over to see him. The fact that he shouted out Everton and Carlo Ancelotti, the Brazilians, all the players around the league, the fans, everyone that helped him and supported him to get through this. The fact that he was crying on the pitch at the end, the fact that you could see how much it meant to him, because he wants to do so well for Liverpool Football Club, because he wants to prove his family proud and he wants to make them proud, lad. He's just unbelievable. He really is just unbelievable. And he's the best goalkeeper in the fucking world by a country mile. Anyway, Daniel Hill, I feel sorry for anyone who doesn't support this amazing club. Same, because we get all the feels. It might have been a shit season. We've still had the best moments of the season. That is what it means to support Liverpool Football Club. Never give up. Always think that the maddest thing that can happen will happen, because that is Liverpool Football Club. We support the greatest side in the world, and we got to witness one of the greatest moments in Premier League history when fighting for a top 4 spot. Fucking go ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who's super chatted. Thank you to everyone who's liked, supported us on this journey to 450,000 subs. Fucking hell. Just end the video, so I don't know what to say. Thanks very much. Ta-ra.
So this is John Henderson's documentary, right? So we have to say the truth, huh? So let me say it like this.